Welcome to the Get It Done Tiny course. In this module, you learn about the best practices for setting goals and targets. This is the first of 2 videos in the module. After each video, there will be a short quiz. You'll have to get most of the questions right to complete the module. The goals we set are powerful motivational tools. A goal doesn't just point you in a specific direction, it also pulls you in that direction. So what is the optimal way to set a goal? Rule number 1, set a goal, not a means. A powerful goal defines a desirable state, not the means to get there. So when dining out, you might not hesitate to order a $12 cocktail at a restaurant, but you'd think twice or even drive around the block a few times before paying the same amount for valet parking. You don't like paying for parking because parking is by definition a means. When setting goals, try to define the goal in terms of benefits rather than costs. It is better to set your goal as finding a job rather than applying for a job. Finding a job is a desirable outcome. Filling out applications is a costly means and feels like a chore. Rule number 2, set abstract goals. If your goal is to find a new job, you could describe it as exploring career opportunities or as reading job postings and submitting applications. While these are 2 descriptions of the same goal, the abstract description, exploring career opportunities, is more motivating. It emphasizes the purpose behind your action. But don't make your goal so abstract that it becomes vague. Vague goals aren't linked to a specific set of actions and are therefore difficult to pursue. Explore new career opportunities, for instance, is much more motivating than be successful. Abstract goals should also not be fantasies. When we fantasize, we imagine what our lives will look like once we achieve our goal. We envision how great it would feel to wear that graduation gown or medal. But fantasizing doesn't generate action. Fantasizing about graduating with honors won't make you study harder. Rule number 3, do versus not do goals. Often do goals work better. If you play a basketball game, setting your goal as winning the game, which is a do or an approach goal, is more enticing than setting your goal as not losing the game, which is a do not or avoidance goal. The strongest case against setting do not goals comes from research on thought suppression. Suppression is notoriously hard to do. The more you are determined to not think about something, like stop obsessing about your ex, the more you'll find yourself thinking about it. The irony of this phenomenon is why it came to be called ironic mental control. But note that do not goals are effective at creating a sense of urgency. Compare these statements. I must prevent getting sick versus I want to be healthy. The avoidance goal seems more urgent but less pleasant. So if you set your goal as not losing, you might believe it's more urgent than if you set it as winning. Now that you have completed the first video on setting goals, let's see how much you have learned with a few questions. Good luck!